What is going on, everybody? Dominus here, and in this video I'm going to give you guys the rundown on how to create your own modded My Career. Now this is not really my career, it's actually my league, but you change up the entire mode, so it's basically my career. Now I know a lot of people do this already, but I'm going to give you guys some new information, some new changes to this game mode that you probably did not add to your current one. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Now I do go kind of fast, alright, so if you need to slow it down, go ahead and slow it down through YouTube. If you can't do that, you can look in the description, and in the description I'll have it all typed out. You just have to hit a link. You need to pause it, go ahead and pause it. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anyone, okay? Final thing, if you are not subscribed, be sure you hit that sub button, because I know that if you're looking for a video like this, you just found it, and it's probably gonna help you out a whole lot and make 2K18 fun for you. So go ahead and hit that sub button, and let's get into this video.
Killing spree.
Alright, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to give you guys the instructions on how to create a modded My Career and the actual way you should do it. So basically, people do this all the time, right? This is something, it's not even new. It's something that everyone's been doing, but there are certain settings that you want to turn on and off so that your experience is a lot more My Career-like. So we're going to go over that in this video. I'm going to give you guys a straight up rundown on how to do it, and people wanted to know what roster I used and all that stuff, so I'm going to give you guys the rundown, alright? So here we go. Step 1, you want to open up a MyLeague and download the custom roster that you see on the screen for your system. All right, so there's PS4 and Xbox One both on the screen right now. You pick whichever one's on your system and you download that roster. Now after you do that, you want to go to setup options. You want to change the amount of games, you know, if that's really what you want to do. Honestly, I do like to change the amount of games, but for this I really don't care. Now you want to turn off automatic league expansion. You want to turn off team chemistry, turn off rule changes. You want to raise the in-season training effects, change the difficulty, that's up to you. Now you want to lower the contract negotiations all the way down. You also want to lower CPU re-signing aggressiveness all the way down. Both those things will help you re-sign your player. Also, you want to lower morale effects all the way down and lower morale difficulty all the way down. Now you raise the draft class to 75. Then you lower the player financial ambitions factor to 14, or the non-financial ambition factors to 14. Now for step 3, you want to select all of the teams. Then you want to start the game mode, create a player, and after you create a player, you want to add the player to free agency and assign them to any team. Now honestly, when it comes to this part, you want to give them a fair amount of minutes. Too many minutes will make it so that you're dominating, and when you dominate too much, it kind of takes the fun out of it. Now I also made this roster in a way so that even if you dominate, you'll still have competition. All right, so you can average 40 and 11, but there's still going to be a guy averaging 39 and 11 rebounds. That's just for the sake of competition in this game. If you want to lower how good your opponents are, you can go ahead and lower it. But the reason I have some of their ratings in the high 90s is so in case you want to go for MVP, you still have competition. You have like league rivals. Now after you do that, you want to change every team in the NBA to a modded arena and a jersey team. So basically, you want to change every team in the NBA to a team with a modded arena and a modded jersey, or just a modded arena, it really doesn't matter. And you can get those arenas from my account, Blue Swoosh, the Infamous NY, TG So Good, or Infamous NY. So all of these are on the screen. Now each person has their own little thing. Like mine has a bunch of pro-ams, TG So Good has a bunch of just modded arenas, same for the Infamous NY. And then Infamous NY, he has, well, same guy as the Infamous, but Infamous NY has a bunch of high school arenas. So it's really up to you, whatever theme you want to go with for your league. Try to be consistent so that you know, the fun is still there. You don't want to have some pro-ams and then some made up teams. You want to be able to just stay consistent. Now, if you can't find enough teams, you can also go to the community, and that's also a good way to do it too. All right. So after you do all of that, because that one does take a minute, you go to position settings, player lock, and lock the controller onto your player. And what that does is it makes it so that you are only controlling that player. Now here's the final step. You go into your first game, go to camera, and change the camera to the My Career camera. Because you turned on the player lock setting, this camera mode is now available for you to use. It's the My Career camera, exact same camera you use in My Career. All right, so that's it. That's how you do it. Basically, all the settings we talked about in this video made it so that if your team loses your player in free agency, you can get them back. If you want to be traded to a different team, you can trade yourself to a different team. And then since you selected every team, you can go to that team, do the same settings, basically turning on the player lock, and then be on a new team. It's all up to you. Now, as I said before, the players are all good. They're not, this is a good league. So you have players in the high 90s, high 80s, and then it goes down from there. So every game you play should be a nice competitive one. And the reason you want your minutes to be, I guess you could say, lower than a 48-minute player is because if it's lower, you'll get put into the game at random moments. Like say it's 36 minutes, right? You'll get subbed out and put back in and your team may be tied. And now you have to try to get them out of that. Or you'll come back in and your team may be winning a lot or losing. That way you don't have so much control over the game, but when you're in the game, you can straight up dominate. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Peace.
Yeah.